Welcome to Daily News AI. I know our channel is still young, and what I'm about to present today could be the coup de grace for its fledgling launch. The enemies of truth won't hesitate to silence us before we even begin. Every hot topic we uncover costs them billions to keep buried. But you are the real power behind this platform. Every like and share serves as a shield protecting us.
Every subscription drives us closer to the truth. And if one channel is shut down, we'll open 1,000 more. I may not speak like a seasoned newscaster, but I speak from the heart. Sincerity resonates. I'm confident you'll grasp my message. Honesty first and exposing corruption wherever it hides.
So, if you're ready to unearth the stories the powerful tried to bury under piles of silence, let's kick off our first episode with the Hot Topics segment on Daily News AI. Breaking. What's happening? The most explosive. 48 hours that will reshape Middle East politics forever. Hold up, folks. What I'm about to tell you will completely change everything you thought you knew about Middle East power dynamics. You know what's absolutely mind-blowing? When intelligence agencies start investigating their own former top officials for corruption involving billions of dollars, and world leaders are making emergency calls at 3 a.m., that's when you know something massive is happening. Welcome to Daily News AI, your #1 source for hot files that mainstream media won't dare touch. I'm bringing you exclusive coverage that will make you question everything you thought you knew about global politics. Before we dive into this explosive story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell, because what we're about to uncover is absolutely unprecedented. The Qatargate scandal that's shaking Israel to its core. Listen up, people. The Shin Bet and Israel police believe that 2 suspects in the so-called Qatargate scandal, both of them former security service officials, were working for Qatari intelligence, while Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office is once again ensnared in scandal after police arrested 2 of his close associates this week on suspicion of accepting money from Qatar. But here's what the mainstream media isn't telling you. This isn't just some simple bribery case. We're talking about a systematic infiltration of Israel's most sacred intelligence operations. Project Lighthouse, an influence campaign crafted by Netanyahu's spin doctors, lies at the heart of the Qatargate investigation, revealing how it pushed Qatar's interests alongside the war.
The shocking details they don't want you to know. Get this. According to our exclusive research from multiple intelligence sources, this corruption scandal goes way deeper than anyone imagined. As the investigation into Netanyahu's connections with Qatar moves forward, more current and former officials are being called in for questioning. What's absolutely insane is that, while Israel was supposedly fighting Hamas in Gaza, there were Israeli officials secretly working to promote Qatar's image, the same Qatar that hosts Hamas leadership. Netanyahu testified in a scandal about aid's alleged ties to Qatar, which experts say uses charm and bribes to gain influence, complicating hostage negotiations and raising security concerns for Israel, as allegations link aides of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to financing from Qatar, which hosts Hamas leaders and helped broker the release of hostages from Gaza. The money trail that exposes everything. Sources tell us that the financial network involved millions of dollars channeled through sophisticated shell companies. The corruption scheme involved 2 main tracks of activity between Qatar and officials in Netanyahu's office. One track involved American Jewish lobbyist Guy Butlick, who designed the Lighthouse project that began operations, while Netanyahu's media team was actively working to improve Qatar's image before the 2022 World Cup. But here's where it gets really crazy. This wasn't just about improving Qatar's image. Intelligence experts we've spoken to suggest this was a calculated long-term strategy to influence Israeli policy at the highest levels. The second campaign revealed by Israeli television involved Butlick working directly for Qatar, using Netanyahu's spokesman and strategically timing press releases to promote Qatar as the preferred mediator for hostage deals with Hamas.
This episode is sponsored by Pharaoh Code Channel. This channel is one of the best channels that presents documentaries about lost civilizations, ancient Egyptian civilization, the strangest things that have happened throughout the ages, archaeological discoveries that have amazed everyone, and also paranormal sciences. It is truly an amazing channel. I advise you to visit it and watch the content it offers. I will leave you the channel link in the description box and in the first pinned comment. Now let's get back to our episode. So, let's go.
The Gaza connection that changes everything now. While this massive corruption scandal was unfolding, guess what was happening in Gaza? Media outlets in Gaza report that 7 children were killed in a strike on a building in the Zaytun neighborhood of eastern Gaza City, while Al-Sharif was killed along with Mohammed Kreke, 2 cameramen and an assistant in an Israeli attack on Gaza City. On Monday, the territory's health ministry said 5 more people had died of malnutrition and starvation in Gaza in the past 24 hours, raising the number of deaths from such causes to 222, including 101 children, since the war began, while as of 30 July 2025, over 63,000 people, 61,805 Palestinians and 1,183 Israelis, have been reported killed in the Gaza war. The American connection you never saw coming, but wait, there's more. Just as we're uncovering this massive Middle East scandal, something shocking happened right here in America. An explosion at a U.S. steel plant near Pittsburgh left 2 dead and sent at least 10 to hospitals Monday and heavily damaged the sprawling facility, with one of the 2 victims identified as 39-year-old Timothy Quinn. The Clairton coking plant continued to operate after the explosion, although 2 batteries that were the site of the explosion were shut down, and the plant, a massive industrial facility along the Monongahela River south of Pittsburgh, is considered the largest coking operation in the United States. The global implications that nobody talks about. Here's what's absolutely terrifying. While intelligence agencies are being compromised by foreign money, critical infrastructure is failing, and conflicts are escalating worldwide. The timing of these events isn't coincidental, folks. We're seeing a perfect storm of intelligence compromise, former Mossad officials working for foreign governments, political corruption, prime ministerial offices taking money from foreign states, media manipulation, sophisticated influence campaigns shaping public opinion, infrastructure vulnerability, critical industrial facilities experiencing catastrophic failures, humanitarian crisis, unprecedented casualties and suffering in conflict zones.
Expert analysis you won't find anywhere else. Intelligence experts we've consulted, who requested anonymity due to the sensitive nature, tell us this represents a fundamental shift in how modern warfare and influence operations work. It's not just about missiles and tanks anymore. It's about buying influence at the highest levels of government and intelligence agencies. One former CIA operative told us, "What we're seeing in the Qatargate scandal is textbook foreign intelligence operations. Qatar has been playing a long game, investing in relationships and influence for years. The fact that they managed to compromise former Mossad officials shows just how sophisticated their operations have become." The hostage negotiations angle. Israeli negotiators attending ceasefire and hostage release talks in Doha have expressed cautious optimism, even as some gaps between both sides persist. But here's the million-dollar question. How can Israel trust Qatar as a mediator when Qatari money was allegedly flowing to Israeli officials? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu abruptly left his meeting, according to sources, when questions about the Qatar connections became too intense. This raises serious questions about the integrity of the entire negotiation process. What this means for the future. Guys, what we're witnessing here is nothing short of a complete reshaping of Middle East politics. When intelligence agencies can be bought, when prime ministers' offices are compromised, and when foreign money flows freely to influence policy, that's when democracies start to crumble. The implications are staggering. National security. How many other operations have been compromised? Public trust. Can citizens trust their governments anymore? Regional stability. How does this affect ongoing conflicts and peace negotiations? International relations. What happens when allies can't trust each other?
The cover-up attempts. What's really shocking is how mainstream media is trying to downplay this story. The banner headline on one of Israel's most read papers blared, simply, "National Vertigo," but that barely scratches the surface of what's really happening. we've discovered that there were systematic attempts to delete evidence. Social media posts were scrubbed, financial records were altered, and key witnesses suddenly became unavailable for questioning. This level of coordination suggests this scandal goes much higher than anyone wants to admit. The human cost. While politicians and intelligence officers were allegedly taking money and playing games, real people were paying the price. Families in Gaza are losing children, American workers are dying in industrial accidents, and communities worldwide are suffering from the consequences of compromised leadership. This isn't just about money or politics, it's about human lives and the fundamental trust that holds societies together. WH80 you can do, don't let them silence this story. Share this video, subscribe to our channel, and keep demanding answers. The power structure doesn't want you to know about these connections, but knowledge is power, and power belongs to the people. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and never stop questioning the official narrative. Because when mainstream media goes quiet, that's when independent sources like Daily News AI become more important than ever. This has been your host bringing you the hot files that matter. Hit that notification bell, leave your thoughts in the comments, and remember the truth always finds a way to surface, no matter how deep they try to bury it.